Hey guys, it's Jan again, and welcome back to another training session today. And I thought I'd do something a bit different. So, over the week, we had a clubhouse session on Monday, and we were talking about burnout and things like this. And I was going to publish it on YouTube, but again, there were some private conversations between myself and a few people, and they said, "Look, can you please not publish it live on YouTube?" Which is fair enough. So, I'll always give preference to the guys on Clubhouse who I guess come on and do some live training. But the one thing that came up, guys, was we were trying to talk about the difference between happiness and having fun. And I basically asked maybe about 5 or 6 people who were on Clubhouse that day and said, "Guys, do you have a lot of fun in your life? Are you generally happy? Is there a lot of happiness?" And people were very, very, very confused by my philosophy. So as you can see, we're going to talk about happiness versus having fun. So guys, if you can like, subscribe and share this content with some family and friends, I'll be truly, truly appreciative. And guys, as promised, as time goes on, we're going to have a lot more fun and the content's going to keep getting better. So why do I think there's a difference between happiness and fun? And I hope this really rings a tune with you because I think they're two different things. So when you speak to someone and you say, "Look, how's your day?" Generally, they're going to say, "Oh, I've had a very fun day, hasn't been that bad or hasn't been that great." And then there's some people, it doesn't matter if they're having a good day or a bad day, they're generally still happy. So that's where happiness kicks in. And I think there is a big difference between the both of them. So let's talk about what happiness means to me anyway. Happiness to me actually means that you have a feeling within you, okay? And it basically means that if you're bored, even if you're going through maybe a tough time, you might be a bit sad or might be going through a challenging time, you still find happiness, and that's basically a feeling that is within you. And I know a lot of people who are going through depression and anxiety and a few other challenges, and they might not be happy themselves, but they still have a level of happiness within themselves. Okay? And I believe that happiness is not something that comes from experiences or anything like that. It's just genuinely you just have this pure happiness within your heart. Hope that makes sense. And then we've got fun. So a lot of people think that, the more fun that they have, the more happier they're going to be. And basically I look at fun being more of an experience. So fun might be, you go to a park, you might go to a museum, you might go to a concert. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that the more fun you have, the happier that you become. But what I've really learned, and I'm studying this at the moment, is we all have an equilibrium within our mind, okay? And basically what happens, the more fun that we have, the more fun we're going to need to fulfill that need. So let me give you an example. Now, I don't know what your experience is or what your life situation has been or what has been, but can you imagine this? The first time that you've bought yourself a car, it is so fun for the first couple of weeks. You buy it, you jump into the car, it's a lot of fun, right? It drives differently to your old car, it smells differently, all these kind of things. But then after a couple of weeks, the funness starts to wear off. And what happens is a lot of people will basically base themselves on having fun in order to feel happy. So once that 2 weeks passes, they're no longer happy. So what happens is people will start by having fun. They think that brings them happiness. The happiness wears out. They go back into this circle and then they need to chase more fun. Now, this is a very, very common theme in life. So this is why a lot of people swap jobs, they swap hobbies because they're always looking for fun. They think that fun will keep them happy. But the reality is, guys, is if you can be in a happiness state, okay, and happiness state, like I said, guys, it is a feeling, it's a gift, and to be honest with you, your circumstances, doesn't matter how challenging it might be, you're still going to feel happy. I've had a lot of personal challenges with my life, like we all do, but I'm generally still a happy person. So the way it works for me personally is I'm happy, I've got a lot of happiness. When I do fun things, it might elevate my happiness, but it doesn't dictate my happiness. And that's the big difference. And like I said, a lot of guys, unfortunately, they want to have a lot of fun to achieve happiness. But what you need to do, guys, is do happiness in order to have fun. It's a very, very, very different concept. And maybe this will spring mind to you. A lot of people think that, if I had $4 million, I could just not work and buy all these cool things. And I know a lot of wealthy people, right? A lot of wealthy people. And I've been fortunate enough to experience this. And one of my mentors, he owns a plane. He's from the United States. And he said to me this, he goes, when he first bought his plane, he was super excited. It was very exciting. He could travel from A to B at any time he wants. And then the one thing he actually said to me was this. He said, after a few flights, the flight became numb. It became nothing special. And then his happiness started to evaporate from that experience. But he's generally a happy guy. So that was pretty cool for him too. But it's just honestly interesting to see that, people think that fun equals happiness. So if you're trying to live a fun life to feel happy, what you need to do, guys, just to keep it simple, is be happy. And then you can have some fun. So you've got to do the opposite. So the next question is, guys, is this. How does one become happy? And how do we fulfill happiness within ourselves? And I believe there are a few different things we need to consider in order to be happy. Okay? Number one is you've got to be healthy. So you've got to be healthy. Okay? Healthy means physically and mentally fit. If you're physically and mentally fit, you're generally going to be a happier person in general. So that's number one. Number two, financially. Now, when I talk about financially, I'm not talking about Maseratis and gold watches and all this kind of thing, but are you able to pay your bills? Are you able to live a comfortable lifestyle? Are you able to save? And you haven't got this impending doom of bad things going to happen to you. If you've got that, you're generally going to feel happy as well. Okay? The other thing is spiritually. Now, when I talk about spiritually, it doesn't mean a certain religion, but it also means to me that you have a higher belief than just yourself. And I think this is where a lot of people are lacking. So a lot of people think that they don't need to believe in anything to be happy. But believe me, it doesn't matter what religion you are or what your beliefs are. If you've got some sort of belief, you're generally going to be a lot more happier person than versus someone that doesn't believe in anything. So if you guys don't know me, I'm a Christian, but I also believe in energy and the universe as well. So I'm very pragmatic like that. And that's a very, very big thing within me as well. The other thing is family. Okay. So what does family mean? Family means that, if you've got a mum or dad, even if they've passed away, you've had an experience to enjoy family. Family also means friendship. Friendship also means having friends. And I think a lot of people isolate themselves on the computer, on the phones and all that kind of stuff as well. And they don't really socialize with a lot of people like they used to. So family is very, very important. And then the last one to me is actually being fit. So fitness. So to me, I believe that fitness is a separate part to than just being healthy. So fitness means that basically every day you do a minimum of 20, 30 minutes of some sort of exercise. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things down pat, you're going to be a very, very happy person. But the big one where I teach and coach a lot of people on this is what really develops big happiness is character. Okay? Now, character to me and attitude is the biggest difference between someone who is very happy versus someone who's not happy. So if you're a person who's not happy, confident, isolated, maybe suspicious about the world, maybe you're pessimistic or whatever it may be, and you don't like to be surrounded by people, it's because of your character. So if you're always getting into fights, debates, arguments, and you think this is bad and you're a victim of this, and generally speaking, that's going to be a reflection of your character. So if you're not really loving your life and you're not really that happy, what I want you guys to do is simply look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, look, what things do I need to change within my life? And if you do need any help, guys, reach out. We can do some coaching on that too for you guys as well. But I thought I'd do something very different. So guys, have a bit of a read about this. Replay this. If you've got any questions, let me know. And more importantly, leave some comments on below. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy your day and speak soon. Bye.